And that's why I feel like people that play New Vegas and they're like, that game had nothing to offer for me. I think the people that play that and feel that way about that game, it's because they didn't challenge themselves with the dialogue. Because there's so many options in Fallout New Vegas. The game would feel incredibly short if you just fucking bullshitted your way through the game, right?
Right.
But if you play that game like as if you're trying to challenge yourself with dialogue options, or you're trying to exploit this person to get something from this person, or you're trying to fuck over this, this guy and take what he's got and then fuck over this guy too. Like there's so many different options on how you interact with the NPCs in that game that's what makes New Vegas such a monumental RPG in my opinion,
With me, you're very correct with like the idea of like my streaming helps me like talk through kind of what I'm feeling.
Oh God, it would be bad if something happened to you. Goodbye.
Like, but there have been games where I've played with just the intentionality of like, all right, no face cam, no streaming. I'm just recording the footage for like a crouch block video. I did it like half and half with Silent Hill 2. I never made a video out of it because I still don't know what to feel about that game. That game was very good though. I loved it a lot.
Silent Hill 2?
Yeah. But when it comes to like streaming for yourself, maybe consider like having games that are exclusively just for stream. Like pick a game out with the intentionality of I'm going to stream this.
Yeah.
So like make sure it's not heavily narrative driven.
That's what my plan is when I do get back to streaming is like I'm either going to play a game that I've already played before and allowed myself to be immersed with it, or play a game that I'm like, it's not going to need my whole attention,
Yeah, absolutely.
But I've been meaning to get back to streaming. I just haven't done it in a while. Just because I've been playing games that I've wanted to be immersed in,
Yeah, absolutely. Like I get that too. It's like when you're playing such a deep game, you don't want to be like, oh, look at the balls on this guy. Oh my God, he's got the fattest sack.
Yeah, and like that's kind of the thing I was doing with Halo is like I'm not saying that game was incredibly deep, which I do think actually at parts it is. But I wanted to give the game a chance. I wanted to give the game the opportunity to allow me to think deeper about it, Dude, and
we are truly in the cavern of hell right now.
Halo definitely does deserve that. I think, especially Bungie's Halo, has moments that deserve you to like
have its
take
undivided
your time.
attention.
The thing I really like about Bungie's Halo, which this took me a minute to learn, because I was at first thinking, I was like, you know what? The thing about Halo is I feel like it feels uneventful at times. That's how I felt about Halo, right? And then my mindset on that game completely shifted when I played ODST.
Okay.
And then that's why I went back and played the other games, is because now I was understanding what that game was really offering. Because if you play Halo like you're playing Call of Duty, you're going to have a terrible fucking time. Because Halo is not like this run into the room, shoot everything, run away kind of thing, right? Like it's not a room clearing game. Halo demands you, it literally demands you to take your time, to play it slow and look at your environments and pay attention to what's going on around you and pay attention to what the soldiers are saying, to what Cortana's saying. Like obviously, you're going to pay attention to what Cortana's saying because she's giving you directions for the objective. But I'm just saying, in general, the game wants you to really pay attention to what's going on around you.
Yeah, because you're going to find like all the like secret little holo tapes and shit like that too.
But even just taking the moment to breathe in your environment, ODST is really what shifted me to do that. Because the way the soundtrack would just kind of come in as you're like looking around at what happened, like, because if you just run into a room and you're not paying attention to your surroundings, like I said, it's not going to be rewarding. But if you run in and you notice, oh shit, there's like 5 dead Covenant bodies right here.
Yeah, I wonder why that is.
What just happened here? And then you look at the wall and you're like, oh, there's a note on the wall. And you read it. Like the game doesn't tell you to do that. Like you could walk in the room and just run straight to the objective, right? Like the little marker that shows up on your map. Mm-hmm. Or you could walk in the room and look at the writing on the wall and realize that they were pissed at their government with how that city fell, And then you like start to piece together what happened. And I love games that do that, dude. Like Arkham Knight did that.
Yeah.
Remember I was talking about with the Man-Bat thing, where you just kind of like, if you allow yourself to just sit there in the environment, I love when games reward you for doing that.
Yeah, I mean, this game does it in ways too, like non-verbal storytelling, or
Yeah.
like
Fallout does that too. Yeah.
So, for instance, like I just picked up a dragon sword of some type, where it's just
Yeah.
like, okay, maybe it's like, oh, you found this weapon in this area. Maybe there's a reason why they were using it. It's like,
I think that stuff's really cool. Halo is very much like that. At least Bungie's Halo. Halo 5, on the other hand, is absolute dog shit. They literally turned it into fucking Call of Duty. There's no significance to anything in the environments. Every level is just walk in a room, kill the bad guys, leave. They literally turned Halo into Call of Duty. There's ADSing.
yeah, I remember that.
I was actually super offended playing that game. Like, I genuinely was like, I'm not even a diehard Halo fan or anything, but I was like, this is offensive to me.
So this definitely isn't what we're supposed to... Motherfucking bitch. This is not what we're supposed to do, but I think I'm just going to spend the time to kill this guy.
No, fuck it. But no, I've been meaning to talk about Halo with you because I think it's actually worth talking about. And I think as a whole, that franchise is incredibly important to the gaming industry and what it did for multiplayer gaming.
Oh, absolutely.
And,
I mean, it was the pillar of multiplayer gaming at one point, alongside Call of Duty.
Absolutely, and it was one of the best-selling games of all time. Halo 2 was the best-selling video game of all time when it first came out, and then Halo 3 beat that, and then they just kind of started declining from there. But at one point, Halo was on top of the world, and
even though Reach was as good as it was, like Reach is an incredible game.
it is. It's my favorite one out of all of them, but. I was more of a PlayStation kid.
Same.
So I played Halo on the original Xbox. I played Halo 2 on the original Xbox. I played a little bit of 3 at friends' house and stuff. Or friends' houses and stuff. But I think that Halo is worth playing. If you were like someone like me that never really played Halo because you had a PlayStation or whatever, I think even though they're older games, I think they're worth your time. At least Bungie's Halo. Just playing those games for the first time, it felt good to play them, but it really did just make it bittersweet because I was like, dude, this just reminds me of when games like this used to be great. Like,
well, it's like an end of an era because like that was like prime. Like, go over to your friend's house, bring an Xbox, and have like a LAN party.
Yeah, but I didn't live that. Like, I did a little bit on the original Xbox, but I didn't live the 360 era, right? So it's bittersweet because I didn't experience that, and I got to experience that now, right? It's kind of like a Dragon Ball Z thing, right?
Yeah.
Like, I watched a bit of it, but I didn't watch it till I was older. But I challenge you to find something like that you never got to experience as a kid, but is great, right? Say like Halo or Dragon Ball Z.
Or whatever it may be.
Like you probably did it with Star Wars, honestly, recently.
Yeah, more or less.
Just consume something from that era that you've never really consumed before. Because it does, for me, it brought like a bittersweet feeling because I'm like, there literally is just nothing out today that's as good as stuff like this. It's just true. Like,
well, I definitely experienced a bit of like the LAN partyism. So like I would ask my brothers like, oh, hey, can I like bring your Xbox over to a friend's house? We're gonna have a LAN party. Or like when I had a computer when I was a kid, had a computer. It was like my parents' computer, but they never used it. Mm-hmm. And having like LAN parties for like Counter-Strike Source. Or like even the CS1, like that was like an end of an era where it's like it's that couch party gaming, but like somewhere in between that and the online era. And I did a bit of that in my like middle school, middle school specifically life, because after that the internet was just so commonplace that's just like, oh, let's all just hop online. And like online gaming was the death of like the vibes, honestly. Like online gaming is great and it's fun and you can have a good time doing it, but like, just when we had a friend over and we were just fucking, we literally watched the first season of Ted and fucking played Uno. Like,
yeah, but like with like the thing with Halo, like that's really cool. Though don't get me wrong, I actually think that like couch gaming should be brought back in a significant way. I think that's a really good way to like socialize with your friends and like connect together with video games. Like, but even the writing in Halo was just peak. Like the way they wrote the characters, the way like even though the older engine was older, there was like a feel to Halo. Like and you can just tell that Bungie, like because I watched a documentary on them. Bungie was like a team of like fucking 30 dudes, dude.
Yeah.
And like you can tell that Halo was a passion project. Like they wanted to make that game. They wanted to tell that story. You know? And that, like, that's really what I'm talking about. I was like, remember when video games were like something people wanted to fucking do? Like, it wasn't like a fucking corporate ran goddamn fucking development team of like 1,000 or 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's a cash cow. I'm like, remember when video games were like, they were passion projects? Like, that's the bittersweetness. I'm like, dude, remember, like, it's just crazy. It opened my eyes to realize that video games are just not what they used to be, dude. Like,
well, and that's where indie territory kind of takes the cake, because like, yeah, like once a formula is proven, and then like things it's like power creep in games, but versus like development. So for those of you that don't know what power creep is, it's just like you start out with the initial formula, but once you make a new formula, you have to make it better with each iteration for reasons to actually buy it. Yeah. And that's primarily what happens in like card games, but it's kind of the same. You have a product that's very successful, but on the next installation, you have to make it bigger and better. So you need bigger teams. You get a lot of people dipping their hands into some, what in the fuck? Dipping their hands into the proverbial cookie jar in development, and then it just kind of gets out of hand where you kind of lose sight of the formula. Indie gaming preserves that because, yeah, it's independently developed by, like, you know, maybe one person or maybe a handful of people, and it just comes from the fact that it's like, all right, I have a vision of something that I want to see, so I'm going to make it, which is, you know, I really want to get back to more indie games. Like Hollow Knight was fantastic. I don't know if Cuphead was indie.
Yeah.
Like it's okay, yeah. I want to play Mouse PI. I don't know if that's particularly indie.
It's funny you say that though, because after I beat those Halo games, I was like, you know what, I'm going to play an indie game, because I was like, maybe that's really where. Because I'm telling you, dude, that opened my eyes like crazy. I was just like,
fuck. Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Like, it opened my eyes like crazy to realize I was just like, AAA games are just not what they used to be. Like, they're not passion projects, you know?
No.
And especially as I continued through that franchise, Halo, right? I never played 4. I never played 5. I never played Infinite. As I progressed, those games just got fucking worse, dude. And it was like blatantly obvious what the reason was. And I was like, it's because it's literally a cash cow at this point. Like, don't get me wrong, 4 was decent. I will admit, 4 was decent. But then they just fucking went down the drain with Halo 5.
I'll be honest, I don't know where to go. I don't know if I have the faculties to survive this area.
We can go to a different area. Go back up the elevator. Fuck it. Go the other way.
See, the problem is I'm lost.
Dude, I have not been paying attention to what the fuck's been going on. I've been too locked in on what I was saying. You definitely didn't go that way.
Yeah, like indie games, like.
But sorry, that's what I was gonna say. Sorry, let me finish my point real quick.
No, go ahead.
I played an indie game called Firewatch. I played all the way through that. Unfortunately, I didn't like it.
Yeah, I remember that game kind of just being whatever.
Yeah, because I thought it was interesting. I was like, okay, there's a bit of a mystery going on. I was like, what the fuck's going on? Is he being stalked by this fucking, you know? It was a cool game. Like, it was a cool idea. I was like, you're like living in a Firewatch for months. Unfortunately, I thought the dialogue was kind of millennial slop.
Sure.
In a way. It was just corny. Like,
if there's an indie game I'd like you to play, it'd probably be like Outer Wilds.
I've played Outer Wilds. That's a great game. I haven't beaten it, but it's a fantastic
Wilds
game.
or Worlds?
Wilds. I've played that one. Yeah. I've barely touched Worlds, but I did play Wilds. That's a fantastic game. I thought that was way cool. I never beat it, though. But Firewatch was just kind of disappointing. Like, by the time you got to the end and it like told you what the mystery was, I was just kind of like, Just like, that was kind of a letdown. And then I just thought the dialogue exchange between the chick on the radio and the main character just, I don't know.
Felt hammy.
It just felt corny.
Well, that's upsetting.
It was just like, I don't know. Their relationship was supposed to be like, oh, they're likable, aren't they? And I was like, yeah, maybe if you're a fucking millennial.
Hey, man, I get it.
It was just a little corny. And then by the time you got to the end, like, I even let that slide. Like, I beat the game. I let that kind of dialogue slide because I was like, oh, maybe this mystery is going to be interesting. And the mystery was just kind of a letdown. I was like,
That's upsetting.
By the time I beat the game, I was just like, that game was kind of whatever. I was like, I don't know. It just didn't. It wasn't like crazy interesting, but I do want to play other indie games. Like, I've never played The Forest. I want to play The Forest. I don't know if that's technically indie, but
I've played a bit of it. I didn't see it all the way through.
I can't believe I'm about to say this
Go on.
because it is literally my number one fear.
Oh, Subnautica.
Subnautica 2 is co-op.
Ooh.
Did you hear about that?
No, I did not.
And it comes out in like a week. The only exception or the only way I would give that game a try...
Jesus Christ! Okay, hold on.
The only way I would give that game a try is playing it with a friend. That's the only way I'd give that. I've never played the first game. I've been told it's incredible. Every time someone's told me about that game, I've said, fuck no. The only way I would give that game a shot is co-op.
See, Cody, I really want to go back the way we came, but there's 3 little dragon dildos that are telling me not to.
Do you have bombs?
No. No, we are sword and board right now, my friend. We are sword and board.
I've been wanting to go back and play some more Battlefield 6 as well. I really do like Battlefield 6. Like, that's the one multiplayer game I've been enjoying.
I boot it up every once in a while. I really enjoy when we play Red Sec, but outside of that, I touch the game very littly.
A little.
Yeah, very little.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the game, but I think the industry as a whole needs to shake up how it makes multiplayer games. I don't like the main menu of Battlefield 6. It's fucking horrible. It's exactly like Call of Duty. And unfortunately, Battlefield 6 does just feel like Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019 at times.
Sure.
And which isn't necessarily a bad thing. What's the bad thing about that is that now that's the industry trend with every fucking multiplayer shooter. And where it's like Battle Pass, and you want to fucking jump ahead with the Battle Pass? Hold on, you pay like $10. And even like some of my favorite games are doing this, you know, like Arc Raiders is a great multiplayer game. But it also does that. Helldivers is a great multiplayer game, but it also does that.
There's got to be like an alternate path that I missed. There's got to be something, Cody.
I do like those games like
I can feel it.
Like Repo. I've been wanting to go back and play a game like that because there is something kind of like
Charming
old school fun about it.
Yeah.
Like, it reminds me of what games used to be, like, just simple. Other than, you know, Halo and Firewatch, I just barely started GTA 4 because it's the most serious toned GTA game, I think, out of all of them. And it's the one I've played the least. I haven't played GTA 4 since I was like 15. And I barely played it, but so far so good.
There's got to be a way.
Oh,
I'm alive!
nice.
Nice.
But yeah, there's my huge rant on fucking what the games I've been playing lately.
No, so the big thing I need to get back to is God of War 2, and it's not that like a motherfucker. It's not like fucking what's it called? It has me in a chokehold. Mm-hmm. It's just that like it's just motherfucking bitch. It's just more convenient for me to stream Red Dead Redemption. But after I play Red Dead Redemption, I think I'm going to get back to some PS2 jams.
That's what I think I'm going to do here soon. I just really want a CRT to do that.
I also understand that too. Part of it though is because like you know what, fuck these guys. These guys don't know me. I don't owe them shit.
If I get a CRT, I'll probably go back and play through a ton of PS2 games I've been meaning to play.
I mean, reasonably so. Like,
I know I'm getting old because I'm enjoying old video games more than the new ones. There's something about older video games that just hits better than the newer ones. I don't know what it is.
because it was made with the intention of being fun and not like some games don't take themselves overly seriously, so it's like you're just allowed to have fun with a game, but also like seeing the way the industry developed with like development towards certain games is like fascinating too.
I know we've talked about this topic like a number of times on this channel. We're probably beating a dead horse at this point, but let me present something kind of fresh to you.
Please do.
To kind of maybe, I want to get your perspective. What do you think needs to happen in the industry in order for video games to get back to the golden age that it once was? And how do you think, what do you think, like if in a perfect world you can control all the developers and like what they do, what do you think the industry should do to get back to that state?
Well, if you want my real answer for what needs to happen from where we are now, is the gaming industry needs to collapse and realize that you can't pump exponential like surpluses of money expecting a return out of it of like equal investment or like 3 times your investment, because then you're getting the power creep territory of money where it's just like, oh, like we put $780 million in this game. We're expecting a triple return when you don't have the market to actually subsidize that investment.
Do you think that there's a possibility something like that is happening? Because if you look at Ubisoft, right? They were pumping out these just fucking slop games, right? Where it just felt like rinse and repeat shit. And then they did not make a profit at all, really, from any of their last couple games. But now, the only game they're releasing is a beloved game as a remake. And it's Assassin's Creed Black Flag in July.
On that note, I'm going to grab some water because I need some water.
Yeah, you're good.